and we're gonna make some carrot cake. So as you probably have seen, I've been doing a lot of stuff for various blessing carts around town, and I've really been enjoying it. It gives me a lot of happiness to do that, and also I get to demo a lot of the products that I use, so it's a win-win. We're just gonna go ahead and do these carrots real quick. I need 2 cups of grated carrots for this. I love this grater, by the way. I lost the little push thing, but you get a little flat piece there. Keep on stuffing. We're getting there. But the best part about all the stuff I've been doing is that I get to make money doing things I love to do. I love baking. I love trying new products. I love the sales process, connecting with people, all those things I love. And it wasn't until I took Selling with Confidence course that I really started to see a really great income. And now I've been very fortunate to have brands reach out to me to represent their products, and they'll pay me to make their videos. So that's been a really nice way to do it, because then I'm assured that the videos that I make money, which is good. Okay, so now we have roughly 2 cups of grated carrots in there. So I had a lot of extra grated carrots that I thought I would need, but I actually don't. So carrot cake is great with these shredded carrots. I actually like to emulsify them a little bit more, so we'll get to that. We're gonna need 2 cups of flour. Right over the carrots. And 2 cups of sugar. This is a very fuss-free recipe. Then we're going to need 1 teaspoon each baking soda and baking powder. Now I have the Ginormo baking powder. Okay, Jennifer. So we're just going to add 1 teaspoon here of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're going to add a whole lot of pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon, whichever you like better. I happen to love pumpkin pie spice in this because I feel like it gives it so much more flavor. So I did 2 heaping teaspoons of that. And that's all she wrote for the dry ingredients. So we're just gonna go ahead and whisk that together. We're gonna use a mixer anyway, but we're just gonna whisk it together for now. Just on the top. And then we're gonna need 1 stick of melted butter. You could use oil if you like, but I like butter better. I'll let that melt. While that's melting, we're gonna get 4 eggs cracked. And I'm actually gonna do it in my measuring cup because then we know there's no shells in there. Always important. 1, 2, 3, last 1, and 4. And I have a big garbage bowl over here, so I'll throw those shells in there. And we'll put these back. So if you're interested in making money online, I would love to talk to you about Selling with Confidence and what all the program entails. It has been a real game changer for me, and I really love the program, so I would love to chat with you about it. Let me get that butter. And then you can decide what kind of carrot cake you like. Do you like nuts in it? Do you like chocolate chips in it? Whatever you like to put in there, you can obviously add in. We're just gonna let this butter sit with those eggs. We don't want it to cook our eggs, so we're just gonna move that aside. Go ahead and beat them up a little bit. Flip them underneath the flour. Add in our butter real quick. And then we're just gonna go ahead and use our beater and just beat it up. So there's never a need to use a cake mix because this is so quick. if you're with me live. Hello, if you're with me live, let me know. Do you like nuts in your carrot cake, or do you like it plain, or do you like raisins or cran raisins? How do you like your carrot cake? This is the question. Now, even though I've made this a million times and I pretty much have it memorized, we're still going to go through our checklist. Always a good idea. Let me just toss these. Always a good idea before you bake them to go through your checklist and make sure that you've got everything in there that you need to get in there. And thank you for watching. Okay. So we're just going to wrap this up and get that out of the way. And for this carrot cake, like I said, we're going to check and see we have all of our ingredients in there, because one missing ingredient can make a disaster. We're just going to give a little check. This is actually my baking book from my bakery. And sometimes I just have to look back myself. And that's okay. Got to do a little check. But as of right now, let's talk a little bit more. We're going to go back to our original statement. I have about 11 streams of income. The course teaches 20 plus streams of income. So I do UGC, I do Amazon affiliate, Amazon on-site, Walmart creator, I do TikTok shop, I'm monetized on YouTube, I have 2 faceless channels, I do, let's see what else do I do. I teach baking, I teach water fitness. But all the things, the digital marketing, it's been fantastic. Okay, I need to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. 4 eggs. Yep, we got it all. Okay, so just like that, we're all set to go. And we're gonna go ahead and we're using these little cups with the lids so that when I deliver them, it's easy breezy. I've already prepared a pan. I got some nonstick foil on there, so if it goes over, haven't had homemade carrot cake in years. I hope it inspires you to make some. It's super duper easy. And when I'm done, I will leave the whole recipe below. So you can make it. And you can see it just takes a few minutes. I didn't even have everything mise en place. I just winged it. All right, let me grab a scoop. This is the easiest way to get it in there. I did not put any nuts. I just kept it plain. This is gonna go to the blessing cart, and sometimes it becomes hard. Not everybody has great teeth. So I decided we'll just keep it as is. It's nice and spicy, so wrapping the thing. So I just scoop it up. It's about 2/3 full, and it does expand, so you'll have plenty of room, but we want to have room for a little bit of cream cheese icing, because what's carrot cake without cream cheese icing? That's blasphemous. All right, here we go. So I'm also Facebook monetized. And so what you learn in the course is all the different ways you can be monetized. And then the course is about $600 and you can break it up. But once you've taken the course, you have resale rights for the course. So I actually have my own group of people that I mentor and that we go through. And it's absolutely fantastic. I love what I do. I love all the different aspects of it. And it gives me some time freedom that I would not otherwise have, because if you know me, you know I'm a crazy grandma and I have to be able to spend time with my grandkids or it just doesn't work for me. All right, we're gonna get this last little bit out of there and then we'll pop these into the oven, and they only take 15 to 20 minutes. They're pretty quick. Get a spatula here. Get the rest of that out there. So I love it because it's individual portions, and these baking cups you can get right on the Amazon. I'll leave a link for these. They're so great. So I don't sell baked goods anymore, but I do sell all the containers and all the prep stuff. Many times companies will send me things to try, and if I do like them, then I'll actually promote it. If I don't like them, I don't promote it. It's that simple. All right. And to be honest, even if they offer me money, if it's a product that I don't like or I'm not going to use, I won't promote it, because one, I have integrity, and two, it's very hard to market something that you just don't like. It's very difficult. And I think you can tell. All right, these are going in about 15, 20 minutes. We'll check them at 15 minutes. Let those do their thing. And I'm gonna clean up my mess here and talk to you guys some more. So tell me, do you sell online already? Do you have a digital product? I know, Jennifer, that you do make well, and it's great, it's amazing. I think I said that with Fit, which I love. And just wipe this down. But I would love to know if you guys do anything else online sales, because I'm always interested to see what everybody's doing and see where I can help. I'm trying to figure out a good My People party, and I didn't know. Hello, Trish. I didn't know if everybody is doing something. Like, My People parties are really fun. If you've never been to one, you learn more. So I was thinking to do one for Amazon Associates. If you are an Amazon Associate, hello, my Blessing Cart family. If you are an Amazon Associate, I was thinking to do something for y'all. So to teach you how to do marketable collages. This is the newest Amazon thing where you can you can go on Canva and you make a collage of items and you can go ahead and use them. So that is fantastic. That is a great way to go. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, I would love to know. I'm gonna go ahead and shred the rest of these carrots because I'm actually gonna do a second batch of that carrot cake. So we're gonna go ahead and keep on shredding. I'm gonna get another bowl here. See where I put those carrots. Hold on a sec. Actually, let's do like this. All right, so I'm just gonna put that underneath and get our carrots that we already shredded, or that we already peeled rather. Ooh, I gotta clamp this one down. We need about 4 big carrots to get what we need for the. But I'm telling you, carrot cake is just the way to go. It's so good. It's so flavorful. And there's so many different ways you can add to it. So the last one we did just plain. This one I'm going to add some nuts to. And when you get down to the bottom, sometimes you get some flat pieces. You can chop those up in the food processor if you want to. We're just going to peel this one real quick. I got my peeler here real fast. Get that off. This is a nice thing about having this stainless steel board on here, because then I can peel right on it. You just scoop it up and toss it in my garbage bowl. All right, let's move that aside. Let's throw that all out. There we go. All right, so keep on trucking. Good, I'm gonna get down to the bottom, switch it out. This one. Almost there. Almost at 2 cups. I want to really encourage you to make it from scratch. It doesn't take any more time to do it from scratch than it does to do it like with a box. But the quality is so much better. You're not getting all that junk and preservatives and things that you can't even pronounce. I've been on a really big mission to make sure everybody knows how easy it is to bake from scratch. So I want you to do it. I'm gonna cut this end off. There we go. So those we did in the round tins. This one we're gonna do in the oblong tins. I like them both. They both work equally well. Just a different look and a different proportion of frosting. So let's go ahead and move all this out of the way. Put that in our garbage bowl. Try and keep it tidy. Okay, we'll move this out of the way. This thing, when it suctions down, it suctions really hard to the bottom. There we go. So again, if you decide that you want to do more online, more digital work, let me know. I will send you all the information and we will do that. I'm gonna get our butter started while I get all the ingredients in there. swear, the only thing I use my microwave for is to either melt butter or melt chocolate. All right, we need 2 cups of flour. And 2 cups of sugar. I grab our, notice I have these on the back of the kitchen wall. That's how I know where they are all the time, then I don't lose them. We need 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We need 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon, whatever you like. I just really happen to, and they're big heaping teaspoons. I just really happen to like pumpkin pie spice. And we're just gonna go ahead and mix that all together. We'll make a little well in the center. I'm gonna add our 4 eggs. And then our melted butter. And then we'll mix. Actually, I'm gonna do this over here. 2, 3, and 4. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put that, all 4 eggs in there. I'm gonna grab my butter. It's very hot, so we're gonna let it cool off for a second. Talk to me, people. Tell me, do you love to bake? Do you love to sell things online? Do you love digital marketing? Do you know about digital marketing? I would love to know. I like to bake while I talk business because it gives me something to do with my hands. And I am a much better at keeping track of my thoughts while I'm doing this. So let me know if you have questions. Selling with Confidence teaches you 20 plus different streams of income online. And so it really gives you a jump start to business. Go ahead and start mixing this, and then I'll add that butter in once it cools down a bit. Here we go. And as I said, I'm going to add some nuts to this one. That's all we need, just till it's blended smoothly. We'll move this over to our garbage bowl. Let me get some nuts and we'll fold those in. I've got some pecans. Some pecans in there. About a cup. And we'll fold them in. So you're going to come up from the bottom and just fold, turn and fold. And just like that, we have our mix. So you can see it doesn't take any time at all. It's really quick. I'm going to grab a pan. And then I got these great, at the bottom of the grater over here. I got these great little pans. They're just so cute, and they make great little presentations. So they come in gold, they come in pink, and they come in red. And I like to do a variety of them because I'm a crazy person like that. I really like everything presentation. All right, let me grab some of the red. I don't know exactly how many we're gonna need, but we'll check it out. Let me get a scoop. All right, I'm gonna check on the ones that are in the oven. Everybody's good. We need just a few more minutes. All right, so we're gonna do a scoop right down the center. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna tap it. Turn it. and tap it. So now it's even. So then you don't have to try and evenly spread it. I'll go ahead and put them all in first, and then I'll go through and tap. All right, so let's tap it out. This also helps get any air bubbles out. If you have any questions, let me know. I am here to answer them, whether it's digital marketing, baking, whatever it is. So our next one here. And then I have to go rescue my cat who's at the door whining. So give me just a sec. Oh, hold on, Helen. Come on. Come on. Okay. I have a really fat cat named Helen, and she loves to go outside for about the first 2 seconds, and then she wants to come back inside. All right, let's get some more of these gold ones. These look really pretty. All right. There we go. Just tap those out, turn, and tap. These do rise quite a bit, so you want to make sure that you don't overfill them. I have room for just about one more. I have enough batter for one more. All right, well, we'll take a red one this time. Then I gotta see if I can fit it on the pan, which is always tricky. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope that if you are struggling financially, that you will let me help you learn how to make money online, because it is a life-changing thing. No one should have to struggle when there's so many opportunities to make money. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. I'm gonna move this bowl. All right, let's grab gloves. We'll check the ones that are in there. They're just need a little bit longer. So I'll put them back in. I'm going to put these in there as well, right next to it. And we'll wipe down. Maybe not. They're not actually going to fit, so we're going to have to do something a little different. But I need to cover the ones that are in there. Sometimes my oven goes a little bananas and doesn't want to heat evenly. So in order for them to set in the center, whenever you're having a cake that doesn't want to, that's just a little gooey in the center, cover it, and that will help force the heat into the center and finish them off very easily. All right, we're gonna move these aside, and I'm gonna put everything back and clean up my mess a little bit so we can continue talking. Right back. I hate a messy workspace. Let's move this aside. So in case you're just joining us, what we did, we shredded two cups worth of carrots, and we added 2 cups of, just think 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 1 of each, baking soda, baking powder, about a tablespoon of cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice, and then we added 4 eggs and a melted stick of butter. You could use oil if you prefer, but I actually really like butter in terms of mouthfeel and flavor. And then the second batch, we added some pecans, but the first batch I just kept plain. Sometimes you want to be mindful of people's tooth issues or whatever, teeth issues, I don't know how you say that, but whatever. At any rate, doing digital marketing has helped me to make enough income to where I can buy ingredients and not have to worry about selling the product. I can go ahead and use the money that I make from affiliate marketing, blah, 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 I can talk, affiliate marketing, or from UGC, or from selling products like my t-shirts, or selling my digital products like my cookbook. All of those income earners help me to buy the ingredients without having to worry about selling the product. And it allows me to do what I love, which is helping other people. And that is a really cool thing about selling with confidence, is that I get to have a team of women that I help. It's majority women. There are a few men, but I get to have a team that I get to lead and help them be successful with digital marketing as well. And that has been a great thing for me. It's been really enjoyable. And as we come into the summer, I'll be even busier, so I will, thank you. I will be teaching in the morning. I'll be teaching fitness in the morning, baking in the afternoon, and doing all my things. And it's such a bonus for me to be able to do things online, because I can still make money even while I'm teaching or what I'm doing. And I wake up every morning and check my sales, and I'm always blessed to see that there's sales like overnight. It's really amazing. So if you are someone who's struggling to make an income, I would love to help you. It is an investment, but it is a worthy investment. It's really helpful. And anything with sales, it comes up and down, but a whole lot more up than when I was working in my 9-to-5 job or when I was just teaching. So I have to say it's a really good thing. And I actually make more money now than when I actually owned the bakery, which is pretty sad. Okay. So let's take out our first batch. And we'll put in our second batch. I'll show you what these look like here in a second. Let's put these in. We'll set our timer for 20 minutes. Because I get talking and I forget what I'm doing. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I am blessed to be a part of Blessing Card. It really blesses my soul and makes me happy too. Okay, so these are a little bit underdone. They're gonna have to go back in for a little bit. You can just see that the top is still a little squishy, so we'll go ahead and put those back in for a minute. My oven is being all kinds of funky. That's okay. I'm just gonna pull this rack out and put it up here so it'll have a chance to do its thing. Ooh, that's hot. That was dumb. That was not very smart. Don't grab a hot pan with your bare hands. The amount of times I have done that, you would think I would learn. But it does not seem so. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, we'll let them do their thing and we'll keep on talking. So my routine usually is that I get up in the morning and I do my fitness, do my prayers and things, and then I start to bake, and then I run off and play with my grandkids for a little while, and then I come back and I do my sales videos. And so I have a nice routine, and it's nothing too overwhelming, which is great, because when I worked at the bakery, I would get up at 2 a.m., go to the bakery, make the dough, come back, get my kids ready for school, drop them off at school, run back to the bakery, work until it was time to pick them up, go pick them up, come back, drop them at home, go or bring them with me to the bakery, work until past dinner time, come back, get them all set up. When they're in bed, I'd go back to the bakery. It was just back and forth all day long. It was stressful and fulfilling at the same time, but I have a much better work-life balance now than I did back then. I teach a lot less water fitness during the winter months, so this has allowed me an opportunity to keep making money and keep things on a more steady flow, doing what I love. So it's a total win-win. Who here is going to make this carrot cake? Do I need to go over the ingredients again? Let me know in the comments if you're with me. And if you're watching this on replay, you can give me a hashtag replay. That's totally cool. And when I'm done, I will leave you the recipe. I'll leave you some links for the pans, for the circular pans, and for the little boats, because they really make great desserts to bring to parties. Like, then you don't have to worry that you have enough in a big cake. You can just serve them that way. And they're also good to donate and to sell. I know a lot of people, when I've been working with people who have small businesses, if they're doing cottage baking, I always suggest that they do these because they're such a good thing. Where do I teach water fitness? All over. So I teach out in Waxhaw at Encore, and then I teach in Concord at Christenberry, and I teach in another one in Waxhaw, a night class. What is the name of the neighborhood? I have to think of the name of the neighborhood. I know how to get there, but I don't remember the name of the neighborhood. But pretty much all over, so just about every morning I'm at a different location. But yeah, it's every summer's a little bit different. There's actually 2 locations in Concord, but I can't remember the first ones. But anyhow, I love it. I love water fitness. I love doing all the things, and it's a great way to exercise. It's really good for your muscles and your joints, and it's sunny and fun music, and it just goes by so fast. So it's such a fun thing to do. And in the winter months, to keep in shape, I do strength training and Pilates. So it's a nice little rotation I've got going on. And then in the evenings, when everybody else is resting, I'm planning out my next day. What videos am I going to do? What am I going to bake? What am I going to promote? All this stuff. So let me show you some of the things that I'm promoting right now while we're waiting for this to bake. In case you have missed it, I've been doing a whole lot with this bread machine. And even though I'm a professional baker, you can still use this to mix your dough, and it is fantastic. So when the company and when I first saw it, when I first talked about it, I was thinking like, okay, I don't really want to bake bread in the bread machine, but I do want to promote people making things from scratch. That's really important to me, because if you've ever seen a loaf of bread at the store and you read the ingredients, there's 1 million ingredients in there, and there's just nothing but preservatives and junk. You can leave it out and it won't go bad. It's crazy to me. So this is a way, if you have arthritic hands or if you have anything that makes it difficult to knead, this is the way to go. All you need to do is load your ingredients in here, press a few buttons, and boom, it's done. Now I only keep it on dough cycle. I let it mix for 10 minutes, and then I take the dough out and I put it in a bowl and let it rise that way. And in that way, I can rock through a whole bunch of bread doughs a day. Just 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and it really gets you rocking and rolling. And I really like this brand. It's called Kitchen in a Box, and it does a great job. Now, one thing you do need to do is you do need to use ice cold water, because it does have a heating element and will make your dough really warm, which is not optimal. So if you're gonna bake it in the machine, it's fine. But if you're gonna do a traditional bake, you're gonna wanna pull it out about the 10-minute mark of mixing and go ahead and let it rise as normal. Okay, so that is the bread machine. And then I'm gonna show you the dough machine. All right, so this is a dough mixer. And you'll see it's got a little paddle, so it looks just like the bread machine. It works similarly. It works on intervals. So you put all your ingredients in and it goes around and stops. The difference is that this does not heat your dough at all. So there's no baking in here, it's just simply to mix. What's really nice about it, I usually make my cookie dough by hand just because it's so fast to do that. But if I get to a point where I'm just really rushing and I have to get things done, you can load all your ingredients in here and it's open. You can have a lid and it's got a hole. So you can do your butter and your sugar first, and while you're getting all the other ingredients ready, and it just makes things super fast. Oh, you do water fitness at Monroe? That's cool. I've been over there, but I can't commit to a full schedule, so I've never actually been to a water fitness class there. I'm sure it's wonderful, and anytime you can get in the pool, I highly recommend it because it's so beneficial to your body. I call myself a fitness chef because I constantly do fitness and I am really conscious about nutrition. Despite the fact that I bake a lot of things, I do make sure that there's good ingredients in there. So if you're gonna have a treat, you want it to be the healthiest, best treat you can get, right? And that's the name of the game. So that's part of why I choose to do things the way I do. I know that there's a lot of people that use mixes and things, and there's no shame in that if that's what you want to do. But for me, I want it to be as healthy as possible. All right, let's see. Are these things done yet? Let's see. All right, let's check them now. Okay, we are good on these first batch. I'll show you what they look like. So this is what it looks like right here. And then the lid is not super tall, so we have enough that we can do a pretty little cream cheese icing on top, but the majority of it's cake. So if you're a cake lover, that's the way to go. If you're not, then when you're gonna fill it, you're gonna only fill it halfway, and that'll give you a little more room for your icing. This time of year, if it's outdoors, it makes it very hard to have icing. So there's our carrot cake right there. And actually, I think what I'll do is I will cut one open for y'all so you can see. It's a little warm, but let's see if we can do it. Hold on. It might be a little gooey because it's still really hot, but we'll check it out anyway. Because I like to truth in reporting, isn't that what they say? So there we go. That's what it looks like on the inside. You can see all that steam coming out. But it's got a really nice color, a nice consistency. It's light and fluffy. Those are the things that we're looking for. And you'll notice that I didn't overbeat it. I think sometimes people think with cake that you have to beat the heck out of it. And depending on what cake you have, if it's something with egg whites that you're gonna wanna really fluff up, totally get that. But if it's something like this one where it's a denser cake, it has a lot of starch in it, you definitely don't need to overmix it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this made 13 of them. One batch makes 13. And on the oblong ones, I think we're about the same. So maybe 1 or 2 more than that. But it makes a significant amount, and you don't need a lot of carrots. You just need, like I said, 2 cups of shredded carrots is plenty. And actually, if you like it a little less shreddy, you can throw it in a food processor and just puree it first, and that's also good. But you let me know if you have any questions, because I am very passionate about baking. I'm very passionate about digital marketing, fitness, nutrition, all the things. So I am absolutely here for it, and you can ask anything, and I am happy to answer. So let me tell you about the cream cheese icing. I have to cheat again. It's a very sad thing, but the older I get, the less I memorize. And even though I've made them like 5 million times, I still have to look. Okay, so for the icing that goes on the top, it's 2 blocks of cream cheese, 1 stick of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and if you've been with me at all, I use vanilla bean paste, not vanilla extract, because I like the actual beans, or you can scrape off a vanilla bean pod, and then 2 cups of powdered sugar. So it's not a very stiff icing, it's more on the looser side, but you can still pipe it. So, hope that helps. So I'll be making that for the top of these. Now these will actually refrigerate overnight, which I think really helps them. It helps rehydrate everything and keep everything super nice. So once they cool, I will wrap them and put them in the fridge, and then we'll be good. Now you can also freeze them for up to a month. They stay perfectly great, so there's no issue with that. Typically, nothing lasts in my house but a couple of days because I donate everything, and I don't eat sugar or flour, which is, I know, weird, but that's pretty much how I have to do it. I have a problem with my legs, and when I have sugar and flour, they blow up like balloons, so it's really easy to stay away from it. Let me check our other ones here. We still have a ways to go. They're still liquidy. But let me tell you about SWC. Selling with Confidence has, each module is a lesson. So there's a lesson on becoming an Amazon associate, a lesson on becoming an Amazon on-site reviewer, a lesson on making Instagram reels, using Canva, using CapCut to edit. There is a lesson on just about everything you can think of, really. How to begin in UCG, how to do drop shipping, how to sell with confidence online, live selling, just like I'm doing here. Gosh, just about everything you can think of is covered in this course. There are, I believe, 80 modules and 24 streams of income. And I'm telling you, it is worth every penny. I have learned so much, and my income has grown so much that it is just such a blessing. So one of my favorite things to do isn't to check my sales per se in the morning, like how much it was, is to see what sold, because I like to see what's working. And I call myself like an explainer seller. I like to explain what the benefit is and why you would want it or not want it, and then the decision's up to you. Or I'll sell the sale. If something's on sale, I'll be the first to promote that sale because I love savings. I'm a total nerd when it comes to a coupon or something's buy one, get one. I'm like, oh yeah, gotta share that. So that's who I am. But I'm not gonna keep you longer. I just wanted to let you know what I was doing. I like to talk as I bake. So now you know how to make that carrot cake. I'm gonna go ahead and put the ingredients and directions below, and I'll put some links to the containers in case you want them. And I will definitely put a link to Selling with Confidence. And I hope that you'll join me because it's really fun. All right, my friends, thank you for being with me. I hope you have a great day.